The lyrics that took the Jamestown Boogie beyond its hometown. What's up, guys? Today we're talking about lyrics. I have the lyrics from the Jamestown Boogie right here with me. And what we're going to do today is a little bit of investigation into how the lyrics of this specific song are written so that they can connect not only with Jamestown and reflect our current circumstances, belief systems, and attitudes, but also go out into the world, into other areas of the country, other counties in New York, cities, the Rust Belt states, all of America, and connect with resonance. So we're diving deep today into the lyrics, and I've got my guitar right here to help us do it. So what I'm going to do is we'll set these lyrics up right here on this music stand and walk through each section of the song. I need a capo for this. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm so unorganized. If you're ever wondering and you want to learn the song, I play it with a capo on the 2nd fret. The chords, since we're here, are super easy. It's A, G, D. But the A looks like a G with the capo on. So it's a G formation, like that most of you would know. So it's just G, F, no. Yes, G, F, C. Pretty hard stuff. So the actual chords are A, G, D, but when you have a capo on, it's G, F, C. So let's dive into the lyrics here. The chorus starts, "Everybody do the Jamestown Boogie." That's very specific. First line of the whole song. The Jamestown Boogie at the end, very specific with the Jamestown lyric, but everybody do the Jamestown Boogie. Not just my neighbors, not just my family members, not just the people you go to church with, not just your mailman, not just the mayor of Jamestown. Everybody do the Jamestown Boogie. So I'm talking to the entire world here. Not just this world, the spiritual world. That's another video. So in the first line, we've established this song is for everyone. Super important. And it speaks to one of my fundamental tenets of songwriting, which is when you're starting a new song, you want it to come from your heart and go anywhere it wants to go. So it's an open page. It's not start the song and get narrower and narrower and narrower. No, that can box you in as a songwriter. So already in the first line, everybody is doing the Jamestown Boogie. Quite the start. Second line, feel it in your heart, the sun is coming soon. Feel it in your heart, the sun is coming soon. Next line, it's been a long winter, very specific to the Northeast region, but can apply anywhere, and your mind is feeling soggy. In Jamestown, New York, we have super long winters, so your mind can start to drift. But hold on tight, because it's almost June. There is a mentality, we cannot wait until the sun finally gets here. But all of this chorus, I feel like anyone else can easily relate to, because it has to do with patience, waiting for the good things, and character. So let's do the whole chorus. Everybody do Jamestown Boogie, feel it in your heart, the Sun's coming soon, it's been a long winter and your mind is feeling soggy. Hold on tight, 'cause it's almost June. Alright, now we're into verse 1. I'm just going to do the whole verse. Give me something we can talk about. Something positive to scream and shout. We've got melodies all through these hills. Northern comforts, come and get your fill. All right, there's a couple things that stick out to me. Let's deal with the last line. Northern comforts, come and get your fill. I lived in Charleston, South Carolina for 5 years, and it had a profound effect on my songwriting ever since. I love the South, and I was always jealous that they had Southern comforts. Because in the North, I think we're a little uptight and a little kind of straight-laced maybe. And in the South, they have a little bit more easygoing attitude. So I was always jealous of that term, Southern comforts. So I've adopted that into our song here in the first verse and said, Northern comforts, come and get your fill. Of course, in the first line of the verse, it's give me something we can talk about, something positive to scream and shout. Again, it speaks to waiting for something good that is on the way. Of course, obviously, it completely avoids all the negative issues that are currently right in our faces in this town and through much of America. Any elements of crime, homelessness, drug addiction, mental health issues, I'm not even going to talk about those. In the first verse, we're going to say, give me something we can talk about, something positive to scream and shout. This is a positive song. We're not talking about how to solve problems here. Well, actually, maybe we are. The best way to think positively. We've got melodies all through these hills. Yeah. Indirectly speaks to the music scene in this area. Like, I love our music scene in Western New York. So moving on in the song, then we're back to the chorus. Then I do this little riff, which goes... That's just fun to play and feels positive, and I like how it broke up the chorus into the second verse. Verse 2, in a minute life can pass you by. It makes you sit and watch your spirit fly. We've got tragedies but feel no pain. Here comes the sun shining through the rain. Okay, so there's certainly some metaphysical aspects to this. Again, I left it open-ended so that anyone in the world could connect with this. In a minute, life can pass you by. Obviously talks about the limits of our physical limitation here in this world, and at the same time addresses how when you live in a cloudy, somewhat depressed area like Jamestown, you need your spirit, your spiritual growth. So in the second line we say, it makes you sit and watch your spirit fly. Every morning I do meditation, and I've been doing that for about 8 years. And I do think that this line is directly connected to my meditations, the ability to let my mind go where it needs to go when physically I am somewhere I wish I wasn't. Mostly January winters. When I look out my windows and I see 2 feet of snow and I don't want to go shovel it because my back's going to give out, I let my spirit fly. We've got tragedies but feel no pain. That's overcoming the circumstances. Here comes the sun shining through the rain. Again, the ability to see something positive coming. Now we're into the second chorus. I do the guitar riff again. Now we're into the bridge. Now this is interesting. So let's get to the heart of the matter, and that's what are we doing here. This is our chance to focus on something to keep our vision clear. Okay, that's interesting. Here we're going inward again. And in fact, I'm seeing a trend in this song now that we're 10 minutes into this. It's about going inward for spiritual growth to escape the outward circumstances. I didn't really see it going this way, the interpretation of these lyrics, but that's really what this means. And because of that fact, it can relate to other people in other circumstances that are less desirable. So there is an element of escapism to this, for sure. Let's do that again. The bridge. So let's get to the heart of the matter. The heart and the spirit. And that's what are we doing here? It's not about talking about the negative things. What are we doing here? This is about moving forward. This is our chance to focus on something to keep our vision clear. Future. This is not about the past. It's about thinking positively about where we're going in life. Wow. Okay, verse 3. And we look forward to this every year, a celebration of love and cheer. It makes me want to get down on one knee and thank the Lord for the faces I see. This is about people, straight up. Like, the beginning couple phrases remind me of our music festival scene, and we look forward to this every year, a celebration of love and cheer. It's about annual events. Like here for us, one of them is the Great Blue Heron Music Festival, which is a Americana festival. But we have lots of city events and annual things downtown that are like that we look forward to. On the lake, Chautauqua Lake, that too, Chautauqua Institution, we have a vibrant summer community, which this is kind of addressing. It makes me want to get down on one knee and thank the Lord for the faces I see. It's about the people. If you get out of your house and out of your circumstances and out of your mind and into the community with people, that's how progress is done. So there is a little bit of a power to the people type of attitude to this, but I think it's more about connection and what it does for you as an individual. When you're connected to other people in positive, meaningful ways, you are a more fulfilled, happy person. And I think that's what we're getting to here. And it's interesting how in this song we started wide with everybody do the Jamestown Boogie, like all across the world, down to the intimacy of the last verse of it just being a person, an individual connecting with other people. Super important. And why the song is resonating with people beyond just Jamestown. It's almost like Jamestown as a town in the song saying to the rest of the world, we want to connect. So powerful. So then we're towards the end of the song here. We do the chorus again. Everybody do the Jamestown Boogie. Then we're into this little outro here, which I really enjoy. I like to call it the countdown. And it's the months where we go, now it's February. Now it's March. Now it's April. Now it's May. It's almost June. It's almost June. It's almost June. I think it's fairly obvious, but that's a countdown through the hardest months of winter, which are, I would say, January and February, into the springtime and summertime of June, obviously. But that's like a direct thought process inherent in my entire community here in Western New York. It's the countdown until spring. Again, interesting how the chorus in the song is, everybody do the Jamestown Boogie. And then the countdown is very personal. Personal for me, but universal for everyone where I live. And everybody loves summer, right? Like, I guess if you're in the Florida heat during the scorching months of July and August, summer can be more like our winter, like you're suffering through it. But I think overall, a fun summer song is hard to resist. So those are the lyrics behind the Jamestown Boogie. It got much more personal than I was expecting it to be, because it's kind of, in my mind, it's just like the fun Jamestown song, which I'm sure it is for you too. But yeah, there's a lot more that goes into this. And all the other writing I've done throughout my life certainly informs this. This is not the ChatGPT list of Jamestown newsworthy items, which is a song that can be made. But this is not that. And I'm glad it's not that. I feel like it has a little more to offer than just bullet points of information. So I hope you enjoyed this investigation into the lyrics of the Jamestown Boogie. I'll see you later. Subscribe to the channel.